How's your day going? That's what it is. Yeah, stay safe, stay warm. Hey, shh. And don't forget, wait for it. Addie, give them the wait for it. Wait for it.
Addie, say it.
One more second. That's how warm it was today. Minus 20. It was this guy trying to stop right in the middle of the road. Wow. Minus 20 on Saturday today before the wind chill. That gets us right up to about minus 30. That right there is not good. Oh, hold on to it. Good catch. We're heading to the barn right now. I didn't have my opening on, but I saw the sign and I said, you know what? I gotta let everybody see exactly how cold it was today. So the kids and I are heading to the barn. There's not going to be much done at the barn today. Cleaning harness, making sure the horses are all taken care of. I guess Amy probably already jogged White Tiger a little bit. Harry already jogged Locatelli. Patrick already got jogged. But man, I'm like, yeah, Ollie, can you give her a bagel, sweetheart? So I figured I'd do my 3-year-old list. Now, I was really impressed with a number of trainers this week. I went with Stonebridge Dolce. Amy went with Isa 10. Both of them trained good. I happen to see. I'll start with him. Okay, well, look at the other one then, Ollie. Almost There Boss. Trained very, very well this week. I watched him train, what did they say, Friday? It was either Friday. Must have been Friday. Harry knew the cold was coming. Watched him train on Friday, and he trained very, very good. Amor Diener has not begun training. If he did, today probably would have been his first day back, so that's a no-go for sure. Just can't do anything with this. I mean, overall, if you step back and look at it, Oliver, take it apart for her, honey, of course. Here, Addie Bear, I take it apart for you. Addie's getting a bagel, Oh, you got peanut butter in this. Yeah. Yeah, peanut butter. Ollie, put that back in the package for a second, please. That was nice of Tim Hortons. She's, this day and age, usually they'll never, ever put peanut butter on something. Top marks for Tim Hortons today. So, Almost There Boss trained good this week. Amor Diener hasn't trained yet, but he looks good. He didn't grow up any taller, but he filled out nice, and he looks nice, Amor Diener. So, can't wait to get him back going, especially, we had this. It's funny how horse racing is, right? We talked the last week about the broodmares. I've almost locked them in now to where they're going. And I ended up potentially with 2 breedings to Father Patrick, and I didn't really know, would we use the other one? Who would we use it on? I mean, I can't look at the 3 horses in our barn that are training, Enzo, Merchantman, and Sister Solange, and not be enamored with Father Patrick. I never was before. Harness AM was a nice mare. She was a good mare for us. Amor Diener, okay horse, but no killers, no standouts. No, oh my God, we got to breed back to Father Patrick type horses. We got 3 in the barn right now. Now, who knows what they'll look like come July, but they all have the attributes that appear to carry forward. Every year we see these horses. Some of them look fast and then kind of fizzle out. Some of them, get to the races and just aren't fast enough. You remember Voyage of Ice and Fire last year. Huge hopes for this horse. He just couldn't go enough. Right? 58, his fastest mile of his life was like his first or second mile of his life. Now, hopefully he comes forward this year now that he's matured, but that's what you're dealing with sometimes. So let's get right to the list. Amor Diener will be training Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm happy to report we had fantastic news with Arches Rainbow. As I said, the surgeons around here, are incredibly. Our veterinarians, we're lucky. Chris Grosenbacher and Angelica Bosenjack are fantastic vets. Melissa McKee has McKee Pawnell Equine. You see these on your bills sometimes. Consummate professionals. Natalie Cote and all the surgeons at the University of Guelph. Very smart people, and this goes a long, 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 long way. I had all but mailed it in and said, listen, Arches Rainbow needs that operation done. We went to her. Natalie Cote looked, the first veterinarian looked at her, Dr. John Hennessy, another professional, looked at her and said, yeah, a little laxity here, that pimple's there. Just have the surgeon, have a specialist look at it. So we had Natalie Cote look at it a week or 2 weeks later, and she said, can you just give me 2 more weeks? Now, that was tough for me to do, because this filly, that's been like that since May of last year, since we started scoping her. So it never dawned on me that it would get better from 2 extra weeks of throat spray. Sent her up to the university the other day to get scoped, thinking I would get a call in Ohio saying, yeah, we're going to operate on her tomorrow. Natalie said, no, left side looks great. Right side's a little weak now. So she said she wants to put, so this is a very important thing. It's a very interesting undertaking here at the stable when it comes to Arches Rainbow. They're going to put what's called a dynamic scope on her at the end of the month. And what that is, it's literally a scope that they put in the horse, and then we jog her, train her. I've seen horses school with it on, and they want to see what that throat, that palate, and arytenoid area is doing at high speeds, at exercise. Pretty cool. So that's where we're at with Arches Rainbow. Now keep in mind, the timeline I gave you for Arches Rainbow was based on the fact that she likely would need this operation in downtime. So it actually brings it back quite a bit. Now it's mid-January, so you're not going to see her till March. But still, that time off wasn't a waste. And to think that we averted a very invasive surgery that, by all accounts now, was not needed. Kudos to Natalie, Dr. Natalie Cote for that. Wow. Better Be Sawyer is ready to go. Harry had trained her 2-4 the other day. I believe he's taking her and Lunch back over to Mohawk this week to train. I suspect he's looking for a mile and 2-1 from both, maybe 2 minutes from Lunch, I don't know. But we had Lunch up to the vet. Everything is green lights across the board. Right foot was bothering him a bit, which is the opposite foot. They just shocked it. No big deal by bothering him a bit. I mean, he was a little foot sore across the heel. Nothing serious. And his knees were a little watery, but that's a Sunshine Beach in him, right? So just maintenance stuff. He's ready to rock now. Blue Bayou Dio is back now. She's actually down in Amy's barn for now. She'll start training Wednesday, I believe. She looks great again. I know we had some concerns. We brought her back in. She had been fighting with either Garden State Dio, Unbeatable Kemp, or both in the field and got kicked. And there was some heat in her stifle area, or flank area. And it's fine now. It's dissipated, and she looks great. So our girl, Blue Bayou Dio, is back going. Bomb Huggers training now. She trained her first training trip with me. I wasn't sitting behind her, but with me on Wednesday. Now, my plan for this week is I'm going to call Lauren and let her know. Monday, I'm going to be at the Meadowlands sale. Now, I didn't know exactly the mode to which I would get there. I just assumed plane. And then a couple of people were going to come, then they aren't going to come, then they might come. So I'm going to firm up my plan to stay. Either way, regardless, planes, trains, or automobiles, I'm going to be in the Meadowlands sale on Monday. Not a strong sale, but there are some horses that are interesting. And I was bidding on a horse. We'll talk about that in a little while. Yesterday on didn't get them. Same type of animals are going to be at Harrisburg or at the Meadowlands sale. So a good barometer of what is to come, and if that's any inclination of what's going to take place on Monday, I think we will get 1 or 2 horses. Where are we at? Century Invictus has been training. He looks good. I see him on the track, getting closer to the races. Probably ready. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm going to say end of February, first part of March. Confederate Cruiser is training now. He looks good. I know Daryl or Timmy went with him last week. I know Lauren said that they said he was very, very good. Eyes at 10. Rolled off stride at the wire the other day, but we were trotting pretty hard on the end of it. I'm going to make some changes to Eyes at 10 today. That is the shoeing change I wanted to make. I was just talking to the blacksmith. I'm going to have to call him back. I had it written down, but it's in my book. Grace is ready to start training now. She looks good. Granite Hill. I trained Granite Hill in 2-3 last half in a minute at Northfield Park. He's 2 weeks from being able to qualify, but looked good. Very happy with what I saw from him. We didn't have high hopes on him, but we had hopes. Right? I told everybody we'll turn him out, we'll bring him back, and hopefully he'll be a nice horse. It was weird because we need a big race bike for Granite Hill. He hits all the bikes. We happened to borrow one, and when we were done using it, it was a nice bike too. And the guy said, yeah, I'm just looking to sell it. We just bought it right on the spot. So that bike has been sent to get painted in the stable. Black colors with the green stable.ca for Jason's barn in Ohio. for him, it'll actually fit the other big trotter here if we happen to... What's going on here? Oh, they're draining the thing. Oh, yeah, it just got a couple holes in the hose. Minus 20. Ooh, that water must be warm. So back to the list again. Eyes a 10, trained well, and will continue to train well. I'm just going to speak to the blacksmith here in a minute and get the shoes changed on him. There's Mommy right there.
Hi,
Mom. Garden State DO is ready to start training in right here. She's at Jason's barn. She looked great on the track yesterday when I saw her. Very, very good. Looks big and strong. You know, you see them in the barn, you're like, oh, they grew up. But not until you see them on the track, you can tell they really filled out. They look fluid. Yeah, we're going around to the other side of Mum Barn. Resolute Basement Trainer. We're going to get to him in a minute. Grace Granite Hill. Hill of Magic. That fracture line is almost healed up. So where we want to see her. She's sound now to walk, but I think we'll take one more x-ray maybe right before the sale. And if the vet is completely happy, fine. If there's any inclination that there may be issues moving forward, we probably will just... Because in the write-up, I told everybody she did get injured, she did rehab, she will need time. She's ready, she's in the pool, she's ready to start back jogging. All those things are completely accurate and truthful. So she may end up in the sale anyway on February the 7th. Kathy with an eye, she's entered in the sale, but not bad. The other day, 2-3, she was following another horse I'm going to talk about in a minute. That really, really surprised me. Was following this colt and really looked good. Now the colt trotted away from her, but that's all she was ready to go was 2-3. So we'll probably go back 2-2, 2-3 again with her this Tuesday. So as I was getting to, when I tell Lauren I'm in the sale on Monday, I'm coming to Ohio on Tuesday. But those donuts are going to the top barn. You don't need to get them now. It's too cold to get out just yet. Wow, that air is cold. Whoa. Yeah, it's that cold. So, oh, here. Bring Mum a drink if you're going to go in, please. Don't drop that for the love of God. You want a donut? Did you finish your bagel yet? So you got to finish your bagel?
No, my bagel.
Okay, just wait 1 second. I'll get you a donut, okay? Thank you. I'm doing my list. Say hi to everyone. You got to say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Yes, I'll get you a donut in a minute. So, all right, relax. Kathy with an eye, as I said, 2-3, trained well. She's going to come back with another mile on 2-3 on Tuesday. I'm going to be there on Tuesday. I'm going to be there all day Tuesday morning. I'm going to try and come back from the Meadowlands Monday night. Tuesday morning, I will be at the barn to train. Tuesday night, I'm going to drive Compass Rose DC and race one, and I will be back here, drop off the trailer at 10:30 at night at Tamiko Training Center. Where else are we here? Massive Profit. I know Mario said he wanted to take 4 over to Mohawk next Wednesday, so I suspect he's one of them. Really like what I've seen from this horse on the track. He looks really good. Mario, Davey, everybody's doing a good job in this colt in the barn. Matt's MVP is who I was going to talk about. 2-1 last half, 59, 58, and 4. He looked really good. No hobbles, just a set of boots and a head pull and a closed bridle. That's it. That's what we wanted to see from this guy. And honestly, the times where we turned horses out to mature, did many of them come back to be good horses? I'd say a smaller percentage than even a coin flip. But when they do, it's pretty gratifying, and it's nice to know that you took the time and gave the horse a chance. Matt's MVP was probably one of the most aggravating horses in the universe last year, and for him to get turned out, grow up, and come back the way he did, you know, just gives credence to what we've been trying to do here. Do what's right for the horse, hope for the best, and sometimes you have to plan for the worst. But when it comes to horse racing, we usually stop at hope for the best. So Matt's MVP looked very, very good training the other day. Hey, what's wrong? What do you want? You want a donut? You want the sprinkle donut? The sprinkle donut. Let's see if we got the sprinkle donut. No, you're not holding it. You'll have 12 donuts in you by the time I get my video done. You little piglet. Make these impossible to get into now. Oh, you're lucky. We do have a sprinkle donut for you. There you go. Which one would you like? Quickly. I'm getting the toasted coconut one. That's right. I like toasted coconut. And it's a very good donut. We eat that in a minute.
I already took my sprinkle one.
Well, that's her. She gets it. Because she's the youngest. Of Tom, trained good the other day. Barry's doing a great job. You know, I love when the caretakers love taking care of their horses and they pay attention. They notice that the horses are picking up weight, being brighter, their appetite is good. These are things I love to hear that the caretakers come to with me, right? You know, how's your day, Barry? Great. Geez, Of Tom looks like she's eating good and picking up weight. I love to just get right into a conversation about the horses because it shows how much they really care about the well-being of the horses, and two, the well-being of us, right? The stable. So Of Tom was very good. 1, 2, skip a few. She didn't change much. She grew up and she filled out, but she still needs thawed out. She still clunks along a little bit at lower speeds. I thawed her out. I just trained her with an open bridle. I really didn't care. You know, this filly, of all the horses we have, this is the one I don't got to worry about her wanting to do her work. She has been a work horse from day one. I just put a jogging bridle on her, an open bridle with a hood, and let her go out and play around. And then, just like she always was, turn to go her mile, out comes the game face. And she did her work really well. She beat up on a couple of the pacers and looked really, really good doing it. So I was really impressed with... She's always impressive. 1, 2, skip a few. Peanut Butter and Jelly, I suspect, is another one of those 4 horses Mario wants to take over. I'm going to say he goes around 2.5, 2.6 with all of them. Procrastinator. Now, I jumped over Prairie Fire. Prairie Fire got re-injured and is in the sale next month. Just I would like to buy a brother to Prairie Fire if there's one kicking around there next year. This horse had showed a lot of speed. He had his physical flaws, I guess, and just couldn't overcome them. And really snuck up on us the last time. So very upsetting situation. But listen, when we're going to have the biggest day, I said this the other day in another upsetting video. When you're going to have the biggest stable in Canada, you're going to have issues, right? And from time to time, you're going to have horses that get injured. And Prairie Fire was injured. So we'll have to turn the page and move on. Procrastinator wasn't. He trained good the other day. Very happy with Procrastinator. He's got a long way to go, right, before he becomes a good horse. But a useful horse, let's just say present, useful horse, good horse. Wow, we're lucky to have that horse. That's the type of scale that we have the babies on. Purple Aura trained awesome. Her and Sweet on Pete were noses apart again, finished up their mile strong. Both of them just picked up where they left off. You're going to see that, right? You're going to see a lot of these horses. You know, everybody sees a horse like Purple Aura win in 56 and hopes she trots in 53 as the 3-year-old. No, she likely won't. But she's going to be a good horse, just as good as she was last year. And for those of you that have been with us a long time, most of the 3-year-olds look a lot like the 2-year-olds, just with a little break. And I think that goes to the way we train them down, the way we have them ready. And just because you don't see that massive growth and speed burst as a 3-year-old, like you're not going to see. I would be shocked if Purple Aura went out and trotted in 53. I just don't think it'll happen. But I think she'll trot in 55, 56 all year long. That's where she left off the year. She's a good filly, did her work well, matured and grew up as much or more than any horse in our barn, and trained great the other day. Renegade Gypsy again. I don't think he's one of those 4 horses. I haven't seen him train that much. Just want to see him come back in and look good and train down good. I actually don't remember seeing him train in the last couple of weeks, but I haven't been on the track at the same time, right? Mario's horses, they get started around 7:30, 8 o'clock, same as they do in the top barn. The difference is there's 8 or 9 in that barn and 60 in the top one. So I haven't seen Gypsy train, but I know I've seen him jog. He looks great on the track. As Ollie said, Resolute Bay, trained good. Jason has him in barn 12. He's been training down real good. Happy with him. Slim Jimmy. I had a 5-minute conversation with Tim the other day. Tim was telling me how good he is and how awesome he looks. He said, Tim, he's arguably one of the best horses in Ohio right up to the end of the year. It's not that shocking that he looks good. This is a horse I expect big things from this year. He looks sound. He's sharp. I said, is he sound? Is he on a line? Is he on a shaft? He said, no, he's straight. He looks great. He said, if anything, he's just carrying it out.
Great.
Yeah. Just out a hair in the straightaways, which is not really a big deal. Stonebridge Dolce trained awesome here the other day. Now, I've been going with Dolce. A little tricky to go with sometimes, but when you got her in the right gear, in the right mode, she is really, really, really pleasant to drive and look great here. No, you're not. You just ate the sprinkles off the top of the donut. You got to actually eat them. Yeah, you gotta eat the whole donut though. You just can't eat the sprinkles off the top. That's what dogs do. Are you a dog?
No.
What's a dog say? Yeah. So why don't you eat all the donut? Well, then you're gonna ask Ava to eat a donut you've eaten all the sprinkles off of?
No. I don't want it.
There's Harry.
She licked all of it.
She literally ate all the sprinkles off of it. Come on. Wow, that's not cool. Hey, Ollie, you want a sprinkle donut?
Yes.
Here you go.
So you opened the donuts without me.
I did. So, stop. So, Stomer Giacatti. Stomer Giacatti is definitely going over to Mohawk. He's looked very good on the track. Mario said he trained good again the other day, so he's ready to go. No, who would lick the frosting off a donut? That's ridiculous.
And the sprinkles?
There may have been somebody chewed a few sprinkles. That's it. Your youngest sister might have chewed on some sprinkles.
You kidding?
Just eat it anyway. Who cares? 3 Point Blue Chip is at Andy Miller's stable right now. Andy and Julie Miller. We'll be getting periodic updates from them. There's not a whole lot going on right now, but jogging anyway. Don't sit on my bagel, please. I haven't eaten it yet. Can you hand it up to me? I jumped over Sweet on Pete. Sweet on Pete trained awesome the other day. Another filly that just picked up where she left off. The exact same. If this had been September and I would have went a mile, that's exactly how she'd seem. You know, she seems bigger and stronger and a little more comfortable and fluid. Ollie, I'm doing a video here, bud. A little more confident, a little more comfortable, but still the same. I got you juice, yeah. Still the same. Oliver, I'm only going to tell you one more time and then you're going to get in trouble. That's a big girl lid, all right? So be careful. Can you drink it without? No, I'll help you in a minute. So Sweet on Pete trained very, very good the other day. 3 Point Blue Chip, as I said, jumped over her. He's at Andy and Julie Miller's. Taiwan On trained her first training trip the other day. She looks awesome. Of all of her, I said this in both videos. Keep your eye on this filly. I'm really interested to see how this goes. Tioga Sunshine looks good on the track too. I saw her yesterday for Harry. She looks great. Twinbee Habanero trained. We're just going to continue training miles and a half, 20-25 speed until he feels like he's ready to advance. And that is where we're at with him. There's no calendar on his training. If he's ready in March or April, that is when it's going to be, but it will not be until he's super comfortable training down. Twinkle in Her Eye looked good training the other day. Harry really likes this filly. Again, didn't grow up much, but filled out nicely. Unbeatable Kemp was supposed to start training today. He'll start training on Wednesday. We'll start training him and Blue Bayou Dio back together. They were in the field together. They fought together. They raced at the same time last year, and training them down together makes total sense. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Voyage of Ice and Fire, I trained him a mile and a half. I stretched him out a little bit the other day, and he looked good. But, you know, we pull up, and Barry's like, I love this horse. I said, no. This guy's very close to burning bridges with me. You want to drink? Careful, that's a big girl. There's no sippy top. No sippy top. There you go. Is it good? Are you done now? Okay. It's a big drink there. No, your sister has that. No, because you'll sit here and drink the whole thing. Voyage of Ice and Fire, as I said, trained good. Very happy with how he trained, but still, bad taste in my mouth from this guy. I said to Barry, I said, I don't want to hear about it. We can talk about it when he's in the winner's circle after his first win. He is in the sale, and he's going to have to train very good. He's going to burn me again. I know he is. I know this horse is going to burn me again. He's going to go out. He's going to go out and train like hey, I'm talking on the... I'll get you Chase in a second. He's going to go out and train like a monster before the sale. We're going to take him out of the sale, and then he's going to get me again. I know. I'll get Chase. Thank you, though, Oliver. Will to Win Hanover. She didn't train great last week, to be honest. I don't know whether she had an off week or what, but I know that James has said she's been push-buttoning a creature for the last month and a half, 2 months. And then the other day they went to train her, and she was acting up and didn't train great. So maybe she was horsing a little bit. Maybe she tied up a little bit. But 1 week out of her entire life certainly does not make for a racing career. And then World for Two is starting to train down also. He'll be ready to go into March-ish. Looks great on the track. Also, hey, Chatterbox, I'm trying to do a video. Look, what am I doing? What is that? That's a video. So, that is a bunch of Chatterbox kids. and all your 3-year-olds for the week of January the 15th. Take care.